Hello, I'm Dr. Jerry Parrish, the Chief Economist at the Florida Chamber Foundation, and welcome to Florida by the Numbers. Today I want to go over Florida's job numbers for December, and I want to talk about the Florida Chamber's quarterly Small Business Index survey results. I also want to talk about a research project the Chamber Foundation will release in the next few days. First, the job numbers. Florida has created 251,400 jobs over the past 12 months, a 3.1% increase compared to the U.S. rate of 1.5%. Our unemployment rate remains at 4.9%. That represents 491,000 Floridians who are looking for work out of a labor force of 9.9 million people. Florida currently has 254,600 open jobs, reminding us that Florida continues to have a skills gap, where Florida workers may not have the skills to take these open jobs. This map shows Florida's metropolitan statistical areas, which we call MSAs, and where in our state the jobs were produced in 2016. It's a heat map, so the darker the green, the greater the percentage increase. These percentage increases are shown below the job numbers in each MSA. This chart shows which categories produced the most jobs in 2016. The job numbers are preliminary. We'll get the revisions to the overall numbers when they come out in March. You can see that leisure and hospitality produced the most jobs last year, but construction showed the largest percentage increase. Leisure and hospitality jobs were produced because of record after record in number of Florida visitors. I expect that when we get the 2016 visitor numbers, we'll see yet another record. My research has shown that this increase in Florida visitors also produces jobs in other categories besides leisure and hospitality. Nearly equal number of jobs are created in other categories such as distribution, retail, construction, and even manufacturing. This chart shows Florida's yearly job creation over the last few years. Although 2016 numbers will go through the revision, sometimes these revisions are large. It may be that Florida's job creation peaked in 2014. This is why it's even more important than ever to get Florida's economic development right, because it's almost certain we're not producing jobs at the rates we were a couple of years ago. This chart shows the preliminary monthly data. We lost 700 non-farm jobs in December and 2,700 private sector jobs. Still, year over year, Florida produced jobs at more than double the rate of the U.S. I want to talk about the Florida Chamber Small Business Index survey, the fourth quarter results. It went out in December the 1st and concluded on December 23rd. The top issues for Florida small business is one of the questions we always ask. This time, it was a tie for number one between government regulations and workforce quality. Government regulations has been number one or tied for number one since the May federal overtime regulations were posted. Before that, government regulations ranked number 4 in the survey. In a few days, the Florida Chamber Foundation will release its Florida Jobs 2030 report. This report analyzes what it will take for Florida's workforce to be globally competitive by 2030. In this report, more than 90 key people in business, in education, and in policy were interviewed, and the gaps that Florida needs to fill were analyzed. This report is the first to be released in the Florida 2030 project being worked on by the Florida Chamber Foundation. Florida 2030 is a multi-year project that will result in a strategic plan for the state. The foundation is currently doing more research and doing many town halls around the state, working to get input from every community and more than 10,000 people. To become part of this report, please go to the website. Please fill out the short 4-question survey. It will only take a few minutes. Thanks for joining me today on Florida by the Numbers. Please contact me if you have any questions or any comments. Thank you.